NFL draft is 1 month away. 1 month. Starts April 24th. Today's March 24th. And there are some signs, Phil, that the Broncos could be shopping local. Denver had a second meeting with Texas tight end Gunnar Helm, all right, who is a local product, who has done great for himself on the biggest stage that college football has to offer. They had a second meeting with him. It doesn't count against an official visit because he is here local.
They're getting a freebie, man. I remember doing my local day, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I did a local day here where I was able to meet with the coaches, meet with the special team coach, the head coach, which was VJ at the time, Vance Joseph, and my running back coach. And we went through drills, running back drills. And after the running back drills, I did some special team work. Return, kick return.
They actually had you on the field doing
it. They
it.
had me out there working out like a combine, which they can do. You have a certain amount of time to work out certain players.
Sure.
And you could just get to feel what they look like on a daily basis, talk to them, pick their brain, eat with them, and really get to know them better than you would even at the combine. And so, yeah, I did my local day. They call it a local day. Local day with the Denver Broncos, and I ended up signing with the Denver Broncos because of that, because of a familiar face. I talked with the running back coach. He seemed like a really good dude.
That was Curtis Modkins at the time?
Curtis Modkins, somebody that can help me get over the top and teach me how to be a pros pro. That's what they call him in the NFL world, is a pros pro, and that's why I decided to kind of sign with Denver as well.
Well, Gunnar Helm, ESPN has Helm ranked as the 6th best tight end in this class. All right? He's projected right around a third-round selection. Of course, this can change. Maybe he slips to the fourth round, just takes one to take him in the second round. But in general, he's been projected as a third-round pick. This past year, 60 catches. They've been playing football at Texas for a long time. That's a single-season record for a tight end. 60 receptions for Gunnar Helm this past year for 786 yards, 7 touchdowns. And I do wonder if this is like sort of the perfect fit in terms of not just playing to the local story, which would be fun if it happened.
Oh, yes.
But you got Evan Ingram. It frees you up in the draft, but it's a strong tight end class, so you don't just want to not draft a tight end. Evan Ingram's not the future. He's 30 years old.
But you don't want to reach for a tight end.
Totally.
Right? You don't want, if Colston Loveland is not there, or you don't believe that you're ready to pull the trigger on him because of the injury thing with his shoulder, then it's like, don't reach for another tight end. Just organically let it happen. And maybe you can get someone like Gunnar Helm, who's ready to go, who can help you out if you need him to. We're not expecting someone like Gunnar Helm to be a starter. But when you pick a player up in the third round, you're saying he could help you out right away if he needs to, but also you can kind of he can sit behind a veteran, marinate for a little while,
right,
and get better as time goes on. That's the thought process when you start to draft players in the later rounds. I honestly love the pickup. If we decide to spend a third-round draft pick on Gunnar Helm, not only because he's a local product, he went to Cherry Creek, was coached by Dave Logan.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Shout
out Dave.
Love Dave.
But also, he has great hands. Do you know he only dropped 2 balls in his college career?
Is that right?
Just 2 balls.
Well, you want to know it? No, I didn't know that, so you just taught me something new. But when you watch his highlights, the amount of times, much like a player we talked about a couple weeks ago or last week, Tedero McMillan, who's got great hands at the point of attack, that's Gunnar Helm. He's got a great set of hands, and he wins these 50-50 like basketball jump balls.
Well, he was a basketball player with Cherry Creek, so he uses that to his advantage. He's 6'5", 240. He can move a little bit. Now, he's not a barn burner, Zach. He's not going to stretch the field for you all the time, but he's going to be a reliable target, a big-body target that can help you out. He has soft hands. You should love that, Zach. You always talk about the hands. I don't know, some hand fetish.
Hands.
Okay.
Jokic's hands, not people's hands. Jokic's hands.
So Gunnar Helm has soft hands. He has this big body. He puts himself in great position, especially in zone. I was watching some film on him, and in zone, he finds that sweet spot all the time. So he's very smart in understanding like where to be at all times so the quarterback can find him and make some plays out of it. And like I said, great route runner in zone. One thing that I hope that he works on, and I think he will continue to get better because he's going to be behind somebody like Evan Ingram, is one-on-one, getting separation on one-on-one opportunities, right? If it's man-to-man, you have a safety on you, you got a nickel on you, they call him a nickel, and you have to separate from that nickel. Can you do that?
See, I didn't see him doing that a lot.
See, exactly. But Evan Ingram does a great job, so maybe he can learn something from Evan Ingram.
I like it.
By sitting there marinating.
I like it. And I was going to mention this anyway, so I'm glad that you sort of brought that up. When you turn on his best moments, a lot of them, because Texas had guys everywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of them, he's just running free. So I watched him score a touchdown in person. Remember, I went down to Austin, watched him against the Gators.
What was it? Hook 'em. That's
Hook
your alum now.
Hook 'em. Yes, I got an honorary degree, online degree. Gunnar Helm caught a touchdown that game, and it was a seam route. He's just running free. It looks like 7-on-7. A lot of his highlights. So what's real and what's not in terms of what's going to translate to the next level? I don't know. That remains to be seen. He's also not a great athlete. He's good enough to play the position at a school like Texas, but depending on how much stock you put into like combine numbers overall as a athlete, he's not some sort of blue chip athlete, which is why you can probably get him in the third round instead of the first.
Yeah, but see, look, he doesn't have to be the greatest athlete to get open. He has to be smart. He has to be willing to learn. He has to be able to, let's just start by blocking. Can he get on the football field by just blocking?
Sure.
And then develop as time goes on, polish his skills up as he gets a little older. That's all I'm looking for. So I would love to have someone like Gunnar Helm in the third round as a developmental player that could come in and play when he needs or if he's asked to play, and if not, learn from somebody like Evan Ingram.
Well, you speak for the both of us. I think this would be a great fit on multiple levels for all the reasons that we just spent 9 minutes talking about. We'll see how it actually falls 1 month from today, getting started in that first round. All right, beat at the buzzer and a